Yo, what's up, Gemini? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of August 2018. Gemini, this used to be an astrology channel, but I changed it to a tarot channel, and there's a few reasons for that. The first reason is because of the two new moon solar eclipses that are occurring this summer, July of 2018 and August of 2018. Both new moon solar eclipses are bringing this new beginning into my life. Now, the other reason is because I have something significant that I can contribute to the tarot community. And, no other tarot, I've watched a lot of tarot readers and I've watched a lot of tarot videos, and no other tarot readers have made this discovery, but I have made the discovery of the use of life path numbers in the tarot. So what does that mean? Well, tarot cards 1 through 9, 11, and 22 are people's life path numbers. So you can identify people in your life in the tarot by their life path number. So what does that mean when it comes to the tarot? Well, once again, tarot cards 1 through 9, 11, and 22 are people that you can identify through the life path number. First life path number being life path number 1. So if you're the life path number 1, then you're the magician. If you are the life path number 2, then you're the high priestess. The life path number 3 is the empress. Life path number 4 is the emperor. Life path number 5 is the hierophant. Life path number 6 is the lovers. Life path number 7 is the chariot. Life path number 8 is strength. Life path number 9 is the hermit. Life path number 11 is justice. Life path number 22 is the fool. Now with the fool, it can be 0 in some decks or it can be 22 in others, but the fool is always someone who is the life path number 22. And some people might do their numerology and they might say, oh, well, I don't want to be the fool. Like, they might find that their life path number is 22, but they might feel insulted that their life path number is the fool. Well, it's not meant to be insulting. The fool is actually a very unique life path number. Not many people have the life path number 2. So, usually somebody with the life path number 2 is someone who's very exceptional. They're usually an artist of some sort sometimes. Sometimes they're an eccentric person. Sometimes they're someone who's very spontaneous. Sometimes they're somebody who likes to travel. You can see that they have their luggage bag with them right there and they want to go on an adventure. So being the fool is not a bad thing. Once again, the fool is a very rare life path number 22. Not that many people are the fool. Now, how do you get your life path number? Or if life path number, if major arcana cards show up in your reading, who are these people in your life? Can you identify them through your life path numbers? Yes, sometimes yes. So how do you get a life path number? Well, I'm going to give you an example. So let's say someone's born on February 9th, 1979. So to get the life path number of this person with that date of birth, you would add February, which is 2, to the day, which is 9, which would be 11, and then you add the digits of the year singly to that, so it'd be 11 plus 1 is 12, 12 plus 9 is 21, 21 plus 7 is 28, 28 plus 9 is 37, then you have 37, 3 plus 7 is 10, and then you have 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So somebody with the date of birth, this is just an example, somebody with the date of birth February 9th, 1979, they have the life path number 1. That person's the magician. Okay, so that's how you find someone's life path number, and that's my contribution to the tarot community. And no other tarot readers are doing. I've never seen any other tarot readers do this before, and I felt like I really needed to start making tarot videos because this is important, and this is my contribution to the tarot community. And if you do start seeing other tarot readers using what I've discovered, then just know where it came from. It came from me. So we're going to get into your reading now. And for those of you who subscribe to my channel for astrology, I hope that you'll continue to subscribe because there's a lot of great information that you can get out of these tarot readings that I do. I'm going to talk a little bit about some astrology throughout the forecast if I feel like it correlates with your reading. And, you know, I'm going to focus more on the tarot, but like I said, you know, if you've been subscribing to my channel for astrology, I hope that you'll continue to do so. I still write daily astrology on Instagram every day, Gregory Furlan Astrology, if you want to check me out there. But let's jump into your reading for the month of August 2018, Gemini. At the center of your reading, you have the Five of Cups in reverse. So this is a good card to have in reverse. If this card came out upright, not good. But it's coming out in reverse. And sometimes this can be the indication of a new relationship when it comes out in the reverse. So, you know, some of you have the opportunity for new relationships in the month of August 2018, for those of you who are single. For others of you, if this doesn't have to do with a new relationship, then, or maybe a new step in your relationship, then maybe this has more to do with a hopeful future. And this is like, this center card here is being challenged by the Justice card, because that's what's challenging. It's crossing your central energy, which is the Five of Cups in the reverse there. And some of you might feel that, you know, your hopeful future and, you know, sometimes the Five of Cups in the reverse can suggest maybe like a cheerful attitude, but, you know, that might be blocked by, you know, maybe you feel like you're not being treated fairly, some of you. So, you know, the Justice card can be very much about fairness. And, you know, your cheerful attitude and your hopeful future, you might feel like it's being sort of disrupted by, you know, potentially some kind of injustice that maybe you feel has been done to you, or, you know, like I said, maybe it's just a lack of fairness in your life. You just feel like you're not being treated fairly. Now, more specifically and very specifically, a few of you are dealing with someone who is life path number 11, and they might be giving you a little bit of a trouble. So, you know, if the number, just think about the example I did in the beginning. Life path number 11 and life path number 22 are the only ones where you don't keep adding. So, you know, every other life path number you're going to keep adding until you get the single digit. But if it adds to 11, you don't need to add anymore because it's someone who's the life path number 11. And that's very specific. You know, not all Geminis have somebody in their life who are a life path number 11, or, you know, more specifically, this could be you. So, you know, some of you have the life path number 11, and you kind of, maybe you're getting in your own way. Some of you, if your life path number is 11. Now, for others of you, this means that maybe you need a lawyer for some reason. So you can see there's legal stuff happening here, the Justice card. So not all of you need a lawyer. Some of you maybe do. I'm going to jump to the top of your reading. You have the Ace of Wands crowning your reading. And this is a delay for some kind of new beginning. So I'm going to jump to astrology a little bit here because your ruler Mercury is going retrograde. I mean, it's been retrograding since July 26th, and it will continue to retrograde throughout August, and it won't move forward again until August 19th. And, you know, then you get the shadow period, which is another 3 weeks of, you know, retrograde type stuff happening. I mean, even though the planet's moving forward, it's, you know, the energy is from the retrograde probably will still resonate for another 3 weeks beyond August 19th when the planet starts to move forward again. You know, once again, retrograde's not, the planet doesn't actually move backwards. It just looks like it is from our perception here on Earth. But what does that mean astrologically? Well, especially because it's your ruler, it may indicate some kind of delay. And, you know, here it is right here with the Ace of Wands. Could, you know, the Ace of Wands in reverse would imply maybe some kind of delay to a new beginning that wants to take shape in your life. Now, for this card in the past, you have the Queen of Wands, and very specifically, like, this is not going to apply to all of you, but some of you maybe had someone who's a fire sign in your past, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And, potentially maybe you're going to think about that person in the month of August. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Now, that's very specific. Not all Geminis had fire signs in their life. Not all Geminis had Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius somewhere in their life. For those of you who don't, then, this card in the past position would suggest that maybe you used to feel very exuberant. You used to feel very, proud and bold. And some of the energy you might be feeling right now is more like this, like you're anxious. So maybe you're because this card of anxiousness right here and worry is in your hopes and fears. That's where it came out, as hopes and fears. And I'm not saying all Geminis are feeling anxious. Maybe some of you really aren't, but some of you might be feeling a little bit anxious or worried for some reason. And your hopes are you hope you could feel exuberant, like maybe the way you used to. You fear that you won't. You fear that you might still have, some kind of anxieties or reasons to worry for, whatever's happening in your life. I'm not really sure, because, every Gemini is different. So you all have, specific stuff that's going on in your lives. I'm going to jump down to the bottom of your reading here is another past position. And, the Three of Swords would indicate that, it's in the past position, but I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'd say some Geminis might even still have, if you're interested in somebody, there might be more than one person that you're interested in. And, if you're single, maybe there's 3 people. So it's you and 2 other people you're interested in. Or, even if you're coupled up, there still might be somebody else in the picture. So that, I know that's in the position of recent past, but honestly, maybe some of you really do have somebody on, I'm not saying you have somebody on the side, but there's 3 people. There's you potentially, and there's 2 other people. And I mean, that would fit your personality. I mean, you are the sign of 2 or more, you enjoy to have more than one of things in your life. So, that would make sense for you. Now, if that's not the case, then a few of you maybe in your past went through some kind of difficult separation, which would be indicated by this, and that's pretty specific, so I'm not going to say that's really the case for all of you. And with the Page of Cups, maybe you were the one that delivered a message to somebody who created some kind of separation, or maybe you got word from somebody that created some kind of separation, and that was in your past. So we're going to jump to your near future, which is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And you might be having some difficulties at work, Gemini, which would be indicated by the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. If you want to do something new work-wise, this might not be the best time to do it, because the Page of Pentacles is in the reverse. I'd say if that card was upright, yeah, this would be the right time to embrace something new regarding your work, whether it be, with what you're doing currently, or, just a new role or whatever. But not saying that you can't, but it just might be if you are trying to do something new with your work, or maybe it's a new position or something, or maybe a new opportunity, it's just, there might feel like sort of an uphill battle, because that Page of Pentacles is in the reverse there. For others of you, I mean, this could just be a general feeling of you're feeling stuck. So it's you want to go a certain direction, or maybe you're just unsure of what to do. Maybe there's a circumstance that exists in your life where you just feel kind of stuck. And I'm going to move down here, and we have the King of Cups, and we have the Magician in the reverse. So if we want to jump to life path numbers again, really specifically, this could be somebody in your life who is the life path number 1. And this person the Magician is somebody who's very talented. They usually have some kind of skill, or, they're just really good at something that they do. And this is somebody who can create desire. So, I mean, they have, if you look at this card closely, they actually have, they have a snake on their belt. So, the snake is tempting. You're tempted to be, involved with this person potentially, especially if you're single. Maybe, the Magician is someone who really captivates you, and that's pretty specific. So, I mean, if it's not somebody who's the life path number 1, then, they could just have those attributes that I mentioned. They could just be someone who's really talented at something, or, you find them very captivating, and, there's someone who's very desirable. But, the fact that the magician is in the reverse would suggest that, there's some kind of, like, you want to make a connection, but maybe it can't happen for some reason, or, maybe it's just not ready to happen yet. So, for some of you, that's going to be it's more about the attributes of the magician card. For others of you, it's more specifically about, could be you, if you're a Gemini who has a life path number 1, that's extremely specific. Obviously not all of you have the life path number 1. It could be somebody in your life who has the life path number 1. Now, you also have the King of Cups upright, which is really good. So this is emotional stability. And you're not really, you're a logical person, Gemini. You're somebody who uses your mind, and you can usually use your mind to make progress with whatever you want to achieve in your life. And you're not someone to let your emotions get the best of you, even if things are going a little bit, difficult. And the King of Cups in the upright position would imply that. That really would imply that, this is emotional stability. And I'd say if you're single, a water sign might be a good option for you, Gemini. You have this King of Cups upright. So if you're a single Gemini, maybe you do want to check out a water sign. So the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Do you know any Cancers in your life? Do you know Scorpio? Do you know Pisces? Do you like them? Well, they might be a good option for you because, with tarot, the gender of the card, it's not about the gender of the card. If you know anything about tarot, it's about the suit. So it doesn't matter if it's a king, queen, knight, whatever. It's about the suit. It's a water sign. It's King of Cups. The cups have to do with water. So this is somebody who is Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your life. And I'd say if you're single, then this is probably a good option for you. Now, right above that is the way society perceives you. And, we're going to go back to your hopes and fears. You have some anxiousness about, some of you are in a situation where, maybe you are, I'm going to jump to those of you who are coupled up. It's like you don't want to break up, or this 5 of Swords would suggest a betrayal. You don't want to betray somebody who you're not happy with because you don't want to be perceived. This position is the way society would perceive. So you don't want to be looked at by society as someone who betrayed somebody in your home or family life. You have the 10 of Cups in reverse under here. We're a little bit limited on space here, but the 10 of Cups is in reverse there. So, some of you might be like, oh, you're staying in a situation that you're not really that satisfied with. And it's because you fear the way, so you fear and have worry about the way, society is going to see me as somebody who, betrayed so-and-so, or, so others of you, this has to do with the refusal to examine. It's here you have the Judgment card here in the reverse. So when that comes out in the reverse, it's like refusal to examine yourself, Gemini. Like some of you are just, refusing to accept that, oh yeah, I'm not doing this right. And you're like, no, you're not accepting that. You don't think you're the one that's, in the wrong potentially for some of you. And I'm not saying all of you are in the wrong about something, but, some of you might be, and there's a little bit of denial here. Like you don't want to accept it. You don't want society to see you as that way. Some people in society might see you as somebody who, is failing to examine themselves, to really accept what you are, what you do need to change about yourself. That's really specific. So I'm not saying that's the case for all of you Geminis. Now, the outcome for your reading is great. It is the Page of Wands upright. So if you're looking to have freedom in your life, you can have it, because the Page of Wands is a free spirit. And this can be you, Gemini, if you want it to be. So if you want to be free, if you want to be a free spirit and do what you want to do, you can do it, because there it is. There's your outcome, Gemini. You can do what you want to do. You don't have to let this circumstance hold you back. if you are in a situation you're not happy with, don't stay in it because you fear the way, society's going to perceive you about it. You need to make a change. If you got to make a change, then you got to make a change. Now, really specifically, the outcome for some of you is a fire sign. The Page of Wands is a fire sign. So Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius is a good option for you from what this says right here, because you have Page of Wands. That's a fire sign. So if you're single, or, if you're maybe some of you are already with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, then this is positive with that person. So that's a good outcome. So if it has to do with, an actual person, they could be a fire sign. If you're single, maybe you want to go for a fire sign, or maybe a water sign is good too. So one or the other. So maybe, if you're single, maybe a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is good for you. And I want to talk quickly about, some of the lunar events. So you have on August 11th is the new moon solar eclipse. It's in your area of communication. You are the sign that rules communication. A lot of you are very savvy communicators. You can only get better. So this is you expanding upon the way you already communicate. Or, if I look back at this Judgment card in the reverse, refusal to examine oneself, well, then maybe maybe this new moon solar eclipse is about a new way that you need to communicate in a new way, potentially, Gemini. Maybe the way you've been communicating is not effective, and now it needs to be replaced with something new, a new way of communicating. And the full moon that's going to happen on August 26th, that hits in your area of career. So, some of you might see a shift in your career. If it's not a shift, then maybe it's a development. If you're looking to do something different with your career, then following the full moon on August 26th is a great time for you to do so. Could be a change within your existing profession. So it's like you're not going to do something different, but maybe some things are changing around you in your career, or maybe some of you are taking on a new role. Or if that's not the case, a select few of you might just have a whole new opportunity altogether. It's going to resonate differently for all of you. Thank you very much for watching this video, Gemini. Once again, if you have been subscribing to my astrology channel, I hope that you'll continue to subscribe to this channel, even though it's tarot now, because I think it can be really helpful for you every month. And for you new viewers, if you like this video, please subscribe, share, and like. And if you want to check out astrology, I still write daily astrology on my Instagram page. I'm Gregory Furlan Astrology, so my Instagram handle, Gregory Furlan Astrology. Make sure to follow me there to get your daily astrology forecast. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.